So now we're going to look at exponential functions in coral in the sea. So a marine biologist estimates the structure of coral has a volume of 1,200 cubic centimeters and that the volume doubles each year. So again, if we did this with an exponential equation, that's y equals a times b to the x. A is your initial value, which in this case, A is 1,200. And B is our growth factor. And the population is doubling, so our growth factor, B, is 2. So to write this in here in the form y equals a times b to the t, this would be y equals 1,200 times 2 to the t power. Now, you could use this without parentheses. I just like to do that to keep the growth factor separate. So now we need to find the volume of coral when t is 5, 1, 0, negative 1, and 2. So a nice way to summarize this would be a table. So we have t, and then I'm going to put in y. So I'm going to put in a horizontal table and put in when t is 5, and then use my calculator to summarize that. So down here we have 1,200 times 2 to the 5th, which is 38,400. Then I'm going to put in 1 year. So I'm just hit second entry, go back, put in 1. So in 1 year, there's 2,400. Then I'm going to put in 0. So again, I'm just plugging in, hitting second entry, putting in 0. And initially there's 1,200, which we would expect. Now this negative 1 is interesting because we're going backwards. So this means, this negative 1 means 1 year ago, what was the estimated amount? So if I put that in, we would have 600, which would make sense. If the population's growing 1 year ago, it was less than the initial value. Then put in negative 2. And that would be 300. So in this situation, what does it mean when t is negative 2? So here, when t equals negative 2, this means it is 2 years ago. So in a certain year, the volume of coral is 37.5 cubic centimeters. What year is this? So we can just keep going backwards. So is it 3 years ago? No. Is it 4 years ago? Nope, but we're getting close. It looks like it might be 5 years ago because half of 75 is 37.5. So here we know that 1,200 times 2 to the negative 5 is 37.5. So this means it was 5 years ago.